Hello all you coin-loving, coin-collecting, coin aficionados out there, and welcome again to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have a 1969 5 peso note, and as you can see it has Andres Bonifacio on here, or Andres Bonifacio y de Castro, the father, many people say, of the Philippine Revolution. He lived from 1863 until 1897. And this particular note is a 5 peso note. You can see the 5 peso over here. On this side you can see it says Banco Central ng Pilipinas, 1949. And so it's from the Central Bank of the Philippines, 1949. And if we go in closer, you can see that it's an incredibly detailed note. Look at that. The lines in the face here, and just how beautiful this portrait is. He's got the kind of the little bit of open neck there. Again, Andres Bonifacio down here. And then if we look here, we can actually see some of the colored threads in the paper. So this is a special kind of paper that has colored threads in it, and we can see those in a number of places here. This is the watermark here, and I'll show you what it is, or what you can see as we look through it. And then again, you can see some of the colored threads up here and the way it goes across. And how just incredibly detailed it is in here. So if we go back down, so we're looking at the full note, we can see that it says Republica ng Pilipinas up here, Republic of the Philippines. And then down here it says Ang salaping papel na ito ang isang bayarin ng. And I'm not pronouncing it very well, but essentially what it says up here is this paper money is a bill of the Banco Central, and then down here it says, and fully guaranteed by the government of the Philippines. And then when we get down here we see it's limang peso, which is 5 pesos, and down underneath it says, this paper money will pay for all types and kinds of bills and debts. Now I think that's a reasonably good translation. If somebody thinks it reads something different, feel free to tell me, but that's the translation we got. Over here we see Andres Bonifacio. If we turn it to the back, we see that this is a very interesting bill. We see that there are men here around a table. There is a skull on the table. If we look down in there, there's actually a skull, like a human skull, on the table. And then there are some knives in there signing. And this is called, this particular engraving is called the Blood Oath. And this is new members of the Katipunan organization taking the Blood Oath. And you see it says KKK here. It's a different KKK than the United States. This is the Katipunan independence movement, and Andres Bonifacio, who was the head of that movement, is here also taking the blood oath. And then you can see, if you look over here, you can see just some incredible designs over here. You can see people waiting in line to get in. As we go down through, looking at you can see there's more colored threads here. Now, this particular note was made from 1969, and then a new note came out in the 1970s. But what I want to show you here on this part right here is the watermark. And so and you can actually see it coming through a little bit. So this is Andres Bonifacio on the watermark. So this paper actually has a portrait of Andres Bonifacio right inside the paper. And if we flip it over, you can see it a little bit from the front too. So on the front you can see him here, and then you can see through the back, and I'll turn this on. So he's here, right? And then if we move it over, he's also here on the watermark. You can see him there. So that's how a watermark works. It is just kind of a specialty kind of paper where you can see right through it points, and what they can do is they can actually make an image which goes on the paper, and then they have to set the paper and printing press and everything up in exactly right fashion. But that's how they get that watermark on the paper. So that's all we have today from our DC Coin World International Coin channel. It's our 5 peso note from the Philippines.